Of the various means of communication. It's interesting that the students love the video conferencing because they can see the reactions of their counterparts, whereas they become surprised when they hear that actually about 98% of actual practice is conducted on the telephone, not by video. So there's an interesting diversion there, but it's a learning experience in that when we talk and compare the various means of communications, the students are able to appreciate the real differences of how you have to communicate if you're communicating only orally, or if you're only communicating in writing, or if you have a visual image by which you can add in the body language. So communication is very much a part of this, and it's one of the practical skills that's stressed in the class of how you interact with the opposing team to develop a working relationship. We do spend a lot of time in this class communicating. After all, it's a negotiations class. And we communicate in different ways. We also talk about the problems of communicating. We talk about perception. We talk about the difficulties, particularly in cross-cultural and cross-border transactions, of making sure that what you say is what was actually heard, and recognizing that that may not be the case, that even using the same words, cross-culturally those may mean something differently. And what you say is not the message that's taken away by the other side. We talk about the importance of repeating points to make sure they're understood, and then writing them down to make sure everybody agrees to the same point. And students are always amazed when, after we've had a 3 or 4 hour negotiating session, that the written communication that comes back says something different than they thought was agreed. And it is an important lesson to understand that communication is complex, and that until everybody is actually signing on to the written memorialization of the agreement, you don't necessarily have agreement, even though you thought that that's what you walked away with at the table. So communication is incredibly important.